go live.
All right, everybody. We're live with T3 Collects and Connects.
Every time you say that, I laugh.
It's good. Collects and Connects. You know where that came from, right? Collect and Connect.
Isn't that the old Build-A-Figure wave?
Yeah, the DC. Wait, what is McFarlane calling his?
Just Build-A-Figure.
Just build it. He calls them Build-A-Figures too.
Yep.
I thought that was like a Marvel Legends thing.
No, I think the other companies that do Build-A-Figures, I think they say Build-A-Figures.
Let's see.
I did show you this. Didn't I show you this?
Oh my God, that's how it came out.
That's how it came out of the box. Like I literally pulled it out and just was all.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
that's terrible, dude. How many of those do you have?
This is one.
Oh man, Collector 15. What's
Actually,
up?
You know, I might have another one. I don't know. I have so many DC Multiverse behind me. Collect to disconnect. What's up, Nathan?
Collect T. That's a good one. T3 collect. No, where'd you get collected? Yeah, T3 collect to disconnect.
That could be a podcast.
It says, I'm loving the animated series Kick on your channel. Well, the thing is that I've always had an animated series Kick. It's just more so now. Guys, you guys don't know how much I love Batman. I mean, it's always Batman. It's always Batman. There's stuff I pick up that I don't even show on camera that from Batman.
That's true. Like this Batman, I took him out.
How do you like it?
That's why he made it to number 1 on my list. It's actually really good. It's heavy. Wow. I just wish this cape. I don't know. The cape's actually not that bad.
I don't care for what McFarlane's doing with his capes right now. Well, with some of his figures. Well, no, I think it's all of his figures.
Well, I don't think a lot of people are happy with McFarlane right now. So,
yeah,
that is Hush Batman.
The Holiday and that David, I'm assuming, guy wants to know if you watched Monarch.
I have watched. What did I tell you today? 3 episodes, and then my Apple whatever account I canceled, and yeah. Yeah, Zack Snyder's back. I am back. Zack Snyder's here.
There he is, Mr. Zack Snyder. We're going to be talking about Rebel Moon, the R-rated version, and him moving on to Netflix. And then his X-rated version of Sucker Punch.
X-rated.
So stay tuned for that. But yeah, I got my animated series book right here. Speaking of Batman Kick, I was reading this prior to going live. If you guys haven't picked this up, it's $40 on Amazon. This thing is gorgeous. Look at this. See that? It's so nice. Smells good too. All right, let's see.
Right?
Yeah, it's Mondo. I'm on a Mondo kick right now too. You guys will see that in tomorrow's video. Tomorrow's video, you guys will see the Mondo kick I'm on. Maybe Todd needs to slim down in the empty space. I've said that before. I've said that so many times that, especially on deluxe figures, he has so much space on those deluxe figures. You know, like which one? Especially the villain from Blue Beetle, the deluxe figure.
Oh, Carapax.
Dude, do you remember how much space is around that guy?
Yep.
That just doesn't make any sense. I don't know. That's do you know Green Day is releasing a new album this Friday? Dude, I didn't know that. Did you?
Yep.
Is there any new music?
Yeah, they've had, I think, 2 or 3 singles already.
Is it good?
Yeah.
I gotta listen to it. This guy does. I have some of the older Mezco stuff. I have a lot of the older stuff.
I only have the Crow.
Oh, that's it, huh? That's all you have. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Zack Snyder question.
What is your favorite TV show? Like all-time favorite TV show or currently? All-time favorite TV show is The Office.
Wow.
Currently, I mean, I don't know, probably Monarch.
Whoa, wow.
Actually, take that back. Reacher. Reacher's awesome.
Oh yeah, I still got to catch that. I'm excited for the Rick and Michonne show. I just want to see Rick back.
I'm so over Walking Dead.
No, I gotta. Is it on HBO Max? If it is, I'm gonna watch it tonight. Crisis.
Oh yeah, I wonder. Oh, I don't have HBO Max anymore.
What? Let's see. So the price hike on McFarlane. DC Todd might be freaking out with rumors of DC being sold, making the contract go away. I was telling T3 this when we first noticed because when I posted on my Instagram his latest gold label wave, I did not know the price until T3 told me, which was like a half hour later, I think. And we were talking about it, going back and forth. And I told him, I was telling T3 that, or Carlos, I was telling him that it was most likely like a trial and error thing. I think he's testing the waters because it's an exclusive to his site and he can price it at what he wants. I think that's what he was trying to do. But Todd is pretty good with listening to fans. So I think this is going to be like a one-time thing. We're not going to see, I don't think we're going to see this anymore. What do you think?
I don't know, man. I think we've already talked. I know you and I've talked about this, but I know you. We both like Todd McFarlane. I wasn't a huge fan of his DC Multiverse when it came out. It grew on me over time, but we've seen the price hikes happen. So, for example, all their common figures are $20. Their gold label exclusives for Target are $22.99.
Yeah.
Their mega figs are $39. They're going to $49. I'm trying to think what else. The 2-packs that they usually have are $40, and then their DC, the McFarlane Collector's Edition, $30. I just found out this the other day. Warhammer common figures are $30.
$30, yeah.
And then their mega figs are $60 or something like that. And I was like, what the?
I didn't know that.
I was like, dude, what is going on? So yeah. I don't think he's testing anything. I think he's just trying to become like everyone else.
No, I don't think so. Unless it's, I don't know if he has anything to say or if it's like WB telling him something.
I don't. Warhammer isn't a WB product. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, so far it's only the McFarlane store for these figures. Like me and Carlos were talking about it, and I said this would be like an okay price if the Build-A-Figure was like 18 inches or like 15 inches, right? I mean, that'd make it a little bit more reasonable if it was a big Build-A-Figure. Like he could have done like a Dark Side or something. Oh, it has to be from Infinite Crisis, right? Or Crisis or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know if you heard that. All right.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. So I don't know. I still have faith in McFarlane. I still do. But I mean, like today, I was doing some toy hunting, and then I was scanning. Dude, I don't know how I forgot this. I was scanning some figures, and then I always scan the animated series stuff to see if it's on clearance yet. And I totally forgot it was $30. And I scanned it, and I was like, "Whoa, what the heck?" But then I was like, "Oh yeah, that's retail on these." I totally forgot about that. How do you guys feel about McFarlane 77 New Adventure? I actually like that. What do you think?
The 77.
Hey, look at Rojo. It looks like he's got. Are those your sneakers that you have there on your photo? Yeah, the 77. Like they had the recent like 66 looking Batman figures that they.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, those are actually. I think those look better than what he's done in the past.
I think those are awesome. What's this one say? If exclusive McFarlane regular size figures are 40, will an exclusive McFarlane be 70 to 80? Wait, an exclusive? Oh, I see what you're saying. Wait. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Let's explain, I guess this. So it's like $135, right, for that 4 figures if you buy them all together. And then you could save 10% with this stupid code. So I was like, what? This math doesn't make any sense. And then another friend of mine was like, they're charging you for the Build-A-Figure. So they're charging you for 5 figures. I'm like, but that doesn't make any sense because it's a Build-A-Figure. So doing the math, and I was like, oh yeah, he's right. So if you do it 5 times whatever divided, and I was like, dude, this is bullshit. Still bullshit. Sorry for cussing, but yeah, bullshit.
Well, look, it sounds like it's one of the prices. Hold on. So you used okay. So DC Multiverse Collector West Coast. You're the reason why they're all gone. No, I'm joking. So did you buy them? Did you buy the set or did you buy a single figure? And how much did it? Oh, here we go. So he says it was $27.33 each. But I mean, what's the point if you have to use a code?
Yeah.
I don't get it. I mean, that doesn't make any sense at all. Then this is like a $28 for a Luke and Grogu figure. That Target, that's ridiculous. Yeah, it really is.
Agreed.
That's another one. Hasbro with their Star Wars. That Star Wars prices are freaking insane. Like horrendous prices on them. McFarlane is testing the waters on how much you're willing to spend. That could be true too, man. That could be true too. Ralph, have you used your Adidas corn shoes? No. It looks like that's on your photo though. When I do plan on picking up another pair, and I will wear them because I want to wear the black ones. The white ones I don't want to wear, even though the black ones are on the rare side. They do their value went up on the black campus ones. But because of like the design on the bottom of the sole, I don't want to wear those. I would rather get another pair. Let's see. JC and D Hunter was saying that McFarlane reps were telling people to use the code. It's funny though. You can use the code for. I just don't understand why to use the code. Like why have it priced at $39.99 if you're offering a code to knock off the prices?
Because they're trying to want you to use that to offset taxes and shipping. Dude, shipping, I did the whole like breakdown. Shipping was $15. I'm like, but also
I don't even know who JC is, but this is pretty funny. I don't know who JC is, but that's funny. I don't even know who D Hunter is, but that is funny. Oh, he put D Hunter's cool. I don't know who that is, but that is funny though, man. Again, I have no idea who JC is, or maybe I do. I've heard the name. But I don't know. He says okay. He says the shipping. I agree. All right. I mean, again, I have faith in McFarlane. I do.
Oh, okay.
Oh, from T and okay. I have. That's why I've heard. That's why I've heard that name. Okay. I still have faith in McFarlane, man. Star Wars, on the other hand, I don't. Star Wars, I don't know what the hell they're doing with their stuff.
Isn't it funny that we're toy hunters and we still look at Star Wars even though we don't collect it?
But you know what? So I've been going to the stores recently, and I don't even know what's new and what's old anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't tell if that's like if I see a wave there, I'm like, is that new? Is that old? I saw some wrestling ones today, and I think they were new. They had to build a figure of looked like a kid. And there was The Rock in there. Yeah, okay. So it was Rock, there was John Cena. So, and we were just talking about that. Here we go. Someone said here, check out JC. He really looks like a fanboy and a virgin. I don't know who this is. I really don't know who this is. What's it say? It says, BBTS spoils us with $4 shippings. It is true, man. And that's not saying anything because I rep Big Bad Toy Store, but that is true. But the only thing that I don't like that Big Bad did recently is, well, I think they started doing it a few years ago. They did tax. They never used to do tax, dude. That was so crazy. Big Bad never did tax. But now
I didn't hear that before.
Yeah, but either way, it's just, I mean, what are you gonna do? The Batwing Superpower line finally went down from $32 to $16. I bought mine for $20 when it first came out, when they priced it wrong. That's what he's talking about, yeah, right? Yeah. The Black Series Mando is the best they ever made. Just pick them up.
Oh yeah, that new one. Yeah, the new one. That's like what you were saying about Star Wars. The reason why you don't and I don't know what's new and old is because Black Series was never on a freaking shelf because they were always sold out.
Yeah, that's true, man. Yeah, especially the first No, well, not so much the first Black Series wave, because I was all in the first Black Series wave when they were packaged in that black packaging, and they had like little, I think, orange highlights on it or something. I bought those, and those were not hard to get. I think it was either the second wave or the third wave, and they just became hard to find ever since then. But yes, prices these days are crazy, and it really is. And I hate when people say, what's that word? The inflation.
Mm-hmm.
No, toys are freaking expensive. They are. They're crazy. They're price crazy. Let's see. Marvel Legends prices though. Yeah, I still want to get that Spider-Man and that retro card, but that thing is close to damn near $30. If not, it is $30 with tax.
Which one?
The that retro card Spider-Man in the gray packaging that looks like is it superpowers or
like the ones I have back here. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, but not that card though. It's the gray card, the one that's sitting everywhere.
Oh
my God, he has it. You bought it?
Not that one.
He bought it. That's the one. You bastard. You bastard. Did Robert not teach any of you anything? Wait for clearance.
Yeah, dude, those things didn't last year. I ordered those online.
You guys got to remember, T3 doesn't live where I live, and in my area, all this stuff sits, and in his area, it's a lot. He's got more flippers. Did y'all see the Marvel Legend leaks today? No. What leaks were out there? I haven't really been on social media today.
Deadpool 3, Captain America, The Brave New World, some Avengers.
Whoa. But Deadpool 3, what'd they leak?
I mean, I don't know, Nathan. I don't know if they really call it a leak. They're supposedly coming out with a a deluxe Colossus from Deadpool 2.
That's pretty cool. We needed a Colossus.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
And I don't know. They didn't really say what was going to come in that wave. I mean, because it's still not new, or it's still not like confirmed. But I'm trying to think. He said like a whole bunch of stuff. Like there's a Carnage coming out on the retro card. I don't know if it's the animated or something new. I'm assuming animated.
I like how they do those like Carnages and everything, but they look too similar to previous ones that they released. I wish they would do completely new designs. You know what I mean? Like I love the packaging on these, and what they're trying to do, but it's the same damn figure that they're releasing. They're just changing some paint apps and maybe retooling it a little bit. But
yeah, I would like. Okay, I should like them to do a Carnage from the Venom 2 movie.
I would like to do a Carnage from the old retro animated series.
Yeah.
I mean, we got one in that VHS style, but it doesn't look like
the animated. It's a retooled. It's a retooled
one. We can't get Robert live. He does not like to go live. I think Robert is just afraid of stuff he'll say. So I've tried getting him, trust me, live many times. The guy will not come on. He will not come on. And I think if he came on, it would be one of the most hilarious lives I think I've probably will ever do. Whoa, look at that, dude. The Flash figures are $350.
You're talking about the Spin Master ones? Because I saw those today.
Oh,
$2.
Spin Masters then. Classic Iron Fist Impossible Luke Cage 2-pack.
Yeah, that was one that they said.
Are you gonna consider? Are you going to see Godzilla? I'm gonna watch it. I don't know if I'll catch it in theaters though. I really don't know if that one I'm gonna see and watch in theaters. It depends, I guess. Superior Spider-Man. Oh, a new Hulkbuster.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Is it comic book version or is it gonna be
comic book? Yeah.
Oh, nice. And then Man-Thing, is that MCU?
They don't know. I don't think they knew for a fact which version it was gonna be.
Hey, it's Ralph. Hello. Greetings from Manila, Philippines. Hey, you know Robert? Omega Maximus, what's up? Get Talcar. Who? Talker art for Alive? I'm not sure who Talker art is. I heard about this, the Batman 89 Symphony concert. No, I didn't. Wasn't able to go to that. I'm actually going to an expo next week, which is my first one that I've ever been to. It's the LA Fit Expo. So it'll be my first bodybuilding expo. And I've been into weightlifting for years, and this is my first one. I'm debating if I'm going to vlog it or not. We'll see. Hulkbuster's a comic version. They all look like Monster Venom Carnage. I read the title of your video, and my answer is yes, the prices are too high. How many of you on here are holding back on collecting or just stopped completely because of prices? What's up, Ing? How are you? Get Boog. Boog Nice? I used to follow Boog Nice. I used to Boog Nice is the creator, I think, of ACBA. I wouldn't mind getting Boog Nice on here if I could. I think he paved the way in the Marvel Legends community. He was one of them, right? If I get Boog Nice on here, I got to get Robert on here though.
Get ready to get your YouTube shut down.
What, Boog Nice?
No, with Robert.
Oh God, yeah. Then my channel probably get demonetized, canceled, 5 strikes, all in one. It says here, Ghost Tab says he's picky because of the prices.
Gotta have to be now.
Have to cherry pick. Going to buy even less McFarlane. You don't have to go. You don't have to buy less. Just wait for clearance.
Or Ross.
Or Ross, yeah. Oh, look at this. New to collecting.
Oh.
Welcome. And I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hope you have a mortgage or don't have a mortgage.
Let's ask Carlos who he thinks the main villain will be.
The Authority.
Really? You think so?
Yeah.
Oh. I think the main villain is going to be a giant spider. Oh, look, any tips? Yes. Depending on what you're collecting. Christopher, what are you trying to collect right now? What's your pickups? Gonna focus on more third-party indie. A lot of people are doing that now, man. They're all going third parties, they're going imports. I think that's what's gonna happen. Uh-oh.
No, I think they'll be fine.
Wait, they're doing figure arts, Rebel Moon figure. Oh, they are, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think I saw those. Oh, here we go. Where is he? Boog Nice, Century Productions, Shartimus Prime are the biggest Hasbro Marvel nut huggers. I followed when I got into YouTube. I followed Boog Nice, Shartimus Prime, and Century Productions in the first few years. I really did, and then I just did my own thing. Nothing against them. I just did my own thing ever since then. But I've heard stuff. So if it's true or if it's not, I don't know. But I have heard things. Lex Luthor, definitely a villain. I think he's going to get established in the movie. What's up, Dave? 3-0 Bloodshot is really cool when you add a ton of G.I. Joe classified accessories. What are your favorite comic books outside of Marvel and DC? That's a good question. It's actually a good question. Do you know, Carlos? The Crow,
dude.
The Crow?
I was gonna say, like, I haven't collected a comic book in forever, but the Crow would definitely be up there, and a lot of Image stuff from when they first started out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the same thing. Spawn is a big one for me. Spawn, and I would have to say EC. I love the Tales from the Crypt and Vault of Horror comics. So those two. I don't really read anything else other than that. Maybe some TMNT, some TMNT. I think that might be it though, to be honest. Is TMNT comic book related? Yes. TMNT started off as a comic book. That's what he's asking, right?
I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, a long time ago. It was violent. It's not like the cartoon.
Yeah, and they killed Shredder on the first book.
Spoiler alert.
Batman Forever Wave. I'm assuming this year. I guarantee is going to drop it this year. Hellboy, Phantom, the Phantom. The Phantom was another one I used to read a lot as a kid. Tour prices are high. Manila is reasonable. I use them for custom work. McFarlane 30 USD, 40 USD. Hey, in the Philippines, don't they get stuff early over there? That was directed toward you, Carlos.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
I thought they did. I don't know what's going on with that Kickstarter Spawn. I'm still waiting on that Spawn movie.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, I've read the original TMNT comic run. I don't own it, but I've read it. Splinter is also the last Ronin. What? Gotta love the old pulp comics.
Yeah, back in the day, Dick Tracy and stuff like that.
You know what's going to be a big comic coming up soon? Spawn 350. And of course, I'm going to be a dumbass like I did with that Spawn on every freaking Image comic. I bought every variant cover because I'm an idiot.
Oh, I was going to say there's what is it? Ultimate Spider-Man that just came out, #1, where he's like 35 and he hasn't been bitten by the spider yet.
Really?
Did you hear about this? Yeah, and I was like, what?
No.
I was like, damn, I don't have a comic book store here. I'd totally want that.
I gotta look into that.
Are you gonna go see Kraven the Hunter? I probably will.
No, I'm not. I don't trust anything Marvel right now.
Sony. That's Sony though. So
isn't there an animated Spawn show on HBO Max? Yes, I remember. So I was a huge Spawn fan since the first issue. I got my first issue at 7-Eleven, and then I didn't have HBO when Spawn. That was when it came on HBO, right? I never had cable as a kid.
Yeah, it was on HBO.
So when I bought the VHS, I remember it was a lenticular cover, and I did not realize how violent it was, and there's a lot of sex in it. Go check it out.
It's awesome.
Let's see. It is awesome. It's free. And then Keith David is the voice of Spawn, who also voices him in Mortal Kombat 11. Mortal Kombat 11. I like to see Earthworm Jim. There was a company that actually did some Earthworm Jim figures recently, and then Mezco did them years back, and I think I still have mine. Yeah, you got to check it out. Spawn animated series. Spawn animated series is like up there with Batman the animated series, X-Men the animated series. It's definitely up there. It's really, really dark. Do you guys watch or follow 3POA podcast?
Speaking of him, I'm actually going to have Laser Pants on my podcast next month.
Major Pants?
Laser Pants.
Laser.
Laser, yeah.
Laser
3POA podcast.
Major Pants I like better.
I'll remind myself not to say that.
Major Pants. You got some major pants on. Let's see. Really good show. A little too dark for me. It is very dark, and it touches on like child molestation on there too. So Seha, where to go? Seha T3. Did you guys get the Mezco fan? You know what? No.
Nope.
But it does look cool. But no, it does look cool though.
I heard they're just okay.
Oh yeah, I remember the monologue of McFarlane in each episode. He's wearing like all black.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like what what Todd, same person. What Stan Lee used to do in the beginning of some of the cartoons. He'd either do like a voiceover or he'd be like in the beginning of it. You're so excited for Venom 3. You and Carlos are. I'm glad. No, I'm joking.
I'm not. I'm not excited for it.
That's cool that you are. I'm not excited. I didn't even watch Spawn 2 or Venom 2. I caught clips on it and blah blah.
Yeah, I'll usually go see movies and then I'll tell him, or he'll ask me like, "Hey, what'd you think of it?" And I'll tell him, and he's like, "I'll wait."
Christopher, you know what? I didn't catch your if you commented on what you're collecting. He says, are there any Marvel figures that I should get before they're gone? Well, Target's having a clearance on the MCU ones right now. So I'm not sure what you're collecting. Try going to Ross too if you have a Ross by you. Carlos, any recommendations on that?
I would get this Spider-Man from Target. I would get that.
$30.
If you want to wait till it's clearance, I would wait. But I would definitely get that. And I would get Moon Knight.
That's a good figure.
I would get that too.
That's a good figure. I got to see what he collects. I haven't watched season 2 of What If. That's a good figure too. Yeah, get those Spider-Man No Way Home figures if you're collecting them. I haven't watched season 2 yet. I keep on forgetting. I do want to watch it. Carlos, you watched it, right?
I liked it.
Yeah, I got to check it out. That one I do got to check out. What are you most excited for in 2024?
I don't even know, honestly. I don't know if I can be excited.
Come on, you got the Blink-182 concert.
Yeah, I don't know. I might actually tell my wife to go instead of me.
What? All right, we're gonna take T3 out. Everybody say bye to T3 Collects. We're gonna bring on Major Pants right now.
Hey, it's Major Pants now. Hey, what's up? Now, I'm excited for that, and I think that's maybe that new Crow movie whenever they decide to release that.
Okay. Just collecting only Marvel. Right now is a good time to go to Target and try to get whatever you can get on clearance. Same with Ross. Or you can always go to Entertainment Earth. They got stuff on sale right now. My link is in the description down below.
I have a link too, but this is his live, not mine. So.
65. Okay. I think me and you talked about 65.
Yes.
I thought, okay, so first off, when I saw the trailer, I grew up as a kid, and I grew up as a kid loving dinosaur movies, loving Godzilla movies. And there's a film, you can watch it on YouTube. It's called Planet of the Dinosaurs. They use those claymation dinosaurs. It's very low budget, but it's about some people traveling space. They have some kind of malfunction in their ship. They crash land on a planet that's similar to Earth, and it's dinosaurs. And little do they know, they went back in time. That's exactly what 65 reminded me of. But it's I thought it was a decent movie if it would have been a little bit longer rather than everything happening in one day. It seemed like it was very rushed, but it had potential. I think that movie definitely had potential.
Yeah, Carlos? It could have been better. It could have been better. I didn't think it was that great, but
Amazon, I think, right, Carlos?
Paramount, whatever it's called, Paramount Plus.
Paramount
right?
Plus? Yeah. I thought Amazon. It might be on Amazon. I could be wrong though. I thought, or Hulu, one or the other.
Yeah, it's on Paramount Plus.
Okay, there you go.
I watch it all the time.
There you go. Stop motion dinosaur. Is that what it is? Not claymation? Yeah. Stop motion. Yeah, okay, definitely check it out. Yeah, if you want to watch like a good dinosaur movie, that's a pretty good one. It's called Planet of the Dinosaur. There's another good one too. If you like horror movies, if you guys know I'm a big horror fan. It's a Bermuda Triangle film called The Red. Oh, what's another name for the? I forgot the name. It's called The Red Triangle or The Red. Dang it. I'll look it up later. It's on YouTube too. I totally forgot the name. But anyways, I saw the new Ghostbuster figures. I saw a lot of them today. You guys will see them on tomorrow's Toy Hunt. They got some pretty cool stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I saw the Ecto 1. The wand actually looks pretty cool. Carlos, any inputs on that?
I do. That's the funny thing is you have seen a lot of all this new stuff that I have yet to see. So I don't know.
Well then. Adam Driver. Yeah, no Jared Leto doing Italian accent, 0 stars. I'm sad that physical media is ending. Yeah, I'm a huge physical media guy, man. I'm pretty upset that it's ending too.
Tell me about it. Ridiculous.
Let's see. Any IGs that give info on upcoming and you know what? I don't know any IGs like that.
Nope. Go to Action Figure 411. That's like a checklist, but that'll have they have every Marvel Legends that's been made from Hasbro on there. So that's a good start.
Whoa, where'd it go? I have not seen Mr. Sardonicus. Practical effects. I will put it on the list. Thoughts on the okay. So I've talked to I don't know if I talked to you about this, but I'm a big Street Fighter guy. I love Mortal Kombat more though. But I like the Jada Toys line, but I already have the Some Storm collectibles and the original Soda toys, and I'm not gonna lie, I am content with that. But the new ones look great. Carlos,
I have Fei Long. That's it because someone had on a podcast was like, we were like talking and they're like, dude, I found Fei Long. I'm like, I need that. So I want all of them because they are pretty damn awesome looking.
Yeah, they look good. I saw Fei Long today too. Speaking of, I haven't seen Ken yet though. I know he's out now, I guess.
He is out.
Will we get definitely gonna get some.
I'm sure we will.
Hey, did you see that the Pops list or leaks or images for the new Ghostbusters?
I don't think I have yet.
How they're saying one of them might be a spoiler, but I don't know. I don't want to say it, but if you didn't see it, then never mind. Anyone excited for The Walking Dead? Yeah, we were just talking about it. Carlos says he's over it. I mean, I've been over it for a while. But I did watch the Daryl series and the Negan series. I thought those were actually not bad. The Daryl series kind of was like the Last of Us, but I am excited for Rick and Michonne because I'm a huge Rick Grimes fan, and he held the show together. So I'm glad that he's coming back. I don't know where this is going to lead us, but Carlos, what do you think?
I think that when they announced that it was going to be a movie, it should have just been a movie, and then they changed it to a TV show, and then they added Michonne.
Supposed to be a trilogy, I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I don't know. I felt like Walking Dead ran its course once they brought Negan in and killed, what's his name, Glenn.
And from that point on, that's kind of when the show lost fans when it did go downhill. They started killing off everybody. Dude, okay. Yeah. Did we talk about this? One of my favorite movies growing up, it's when I first got introduced to this actor and fell in love with him. I always have arguments with people whether they're zombies or not. I don't think they're zombies. I think it's a rage virus. And we're talking about 28 Days Later is finally getting its sequel with Danny Boyle and the original writer back on board. And it's going to be, instead of 28 months later, it's 28 years later. So if you haven't seen 28 Days Later, it's with Cillian Murphy. There's a couple of other well-known actors. I don't remember their names. A freaking awesome film. They had the sequel a few years later with Jeremy Renner and Idris Elba, 28 Weeks Later, which I still think was a freaking awesome movie. It had an awesome opening too. So we're getting a third movie, and supposedly if it does well, we're getting a trilogy. And I hope they bring back Cillian Murphy, man. I mean, the guy is now an award winner, but Danny Boyle has also won an Oscar, I think, right? Or am I wrong?
Yeah, for what was that?
It was,
I don't remember.
Wasn't it the Slumdog Millionaire? I could be wrong.
No.
Didn't he do 147 hours or whatever that movie was, 128 hours with James Franco?
Oh. Actually, I don't remember. I do remember that movie, but I don't know if he did or not.
So
look it up.
What is your thoughts? Is it zombies or is it a rage virus?
So actually, I know that you and I talked about this. So Danny Boyle and the writer of the 2 movies said they're zombies.
So they are zombies.
Yeah.
Okay,
And I was
because
like, oh,
I always wondered this watching the film, and it kind of goes back to, or kind of goes to also World War Z. They bite you, you freaking turn instantly into a zombie. How the hell do they eat anything?
I don't know.
I never understood that, but I still love the movies, but I never understood that. And I thought a zombie is you die and come back. I thought that's what a zombie
is. Yeah.
So they don't die though. They literally just change within seconds.
Yeah, but I thought they did die in 28 days later.
No, they literally, you get bit and you're changed like within like a few seconds. You're like, you start like freaking out. Like, remember when the dad from the daughter got the blood drop in his eye, and then he was telling his daughter to go away. Then he just started freaking out, and then he turned, like, where did he die as he was standing?
Yeah, good point. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't know. And maybe they should define what a zombie is, or how. I don't know. Good question.
Yeah, that's where the I thought of a zombie movie. The thought of a zombie apocalypse scares me. If it's zombies like Return of the Living Dead, we're dead because those zombies don't die. Later this year, we'll do a 2024 Spiller Halloween videos. Yeah, definitely. I'm not gonna lie though. I don't know about you, Carlos, but I thought last year was a little disappointing for Spirit Halloween. It was not as good as it was prior years, and they didn't, like, I remember the previous years, like as it got closer to Halloween, they were bringing out more new stuff. Do you remember that? And then like they didn't do that this year. I don't know what happened. There was some cool new licenses, but it was not the same. It was not the same. So
I only went twice because I was just like, yeah, this sucks.
Yeah, I went to, when they first opened, I went to like 3 or 4 of them. And then the more I started going, it was the same stuff all the way until the end. Yep. What do you think you'll pick up a Spirit this year? I don't know. We'll see. I honestly didn't pick up a lot this past year either. What are your top 2023? Didn't watch a lot of stuff in 2023. And if I did, I honestly don't remember like the new stuff that I watched. I watch a lot of old stuff, guys.
His worst movie of last year was Prey.
Was that 2023?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Hellraiser actually might be on that list too. That was like that movie was so disappointing. It started off good and then it just went like, I don't know.
I agree with that. I was looking forward to that Hellraiser, and it started out great, and then I was just like, wow, this fell flat real quick.
And then they were just all CGI. That's what really pissed me off. It's like, come on, just do some practical effects. Like Pinhead herself looked good. I thought the Pinhead looked awesome, but everything else is just like, I don't know, man.
Worst movies in 2023.
I don't remember, dude. You watched way more movies than I did.
I go to the movies as much as I can.
Yeah, I didn't watch Halloween Ends. I'll tell you this, I'm kind of excited for Beverly Hills Cop 3. Oh, wait, worst movie. I did like John Wick 4. Oh, that was a freaking awesome movie.
Worst movies, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, like garbage.
No, Omega, you are probably on the list of everybody liking Prey.
I actually liked Prey.
I have a lot of issues, which a lot of people already know what it is. Is 40 too much for a gamer verse Miles Morales? Possibly.
Which one? Because there's 3 versions.
Is there different ones?
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 of him.
Oh, dude. Oh yeah, here it is.
You mean, oh shoot, I almost dropped it.
Yeah.
You mean this thing?
There it is. Lobo on the Space Hog. And it's still in stock. Oh, yeah. That thing should have had some light up features.
I didn't notice this until right now, but has a 3D render of it on the bottom, how to put it together.
Oh, I didn't see that. That's pretty cool. Well, how would I see it? I don't own it.
Yeah, I wish I didn't own it.
Yeah, Mike. Or not Mike. I don't know why I called you Mike. Carlos is. Anybody wants it, he's gonna sell it.
I'm gonna sell that, and I have an extra one of these.
That's a freaking great figure right there.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Now you said that. Next month, I'm gonna have a bunch of stuff on my Whatnot live. So if you guys want to come check out my Whatnot live, I'm gonna have a lot of figures.
Yep. I didn't know Whatnot was still a thing, man.
Yep, I'm gonna sell all my Spawn stuff. So there you go.
Really? All your Spawn stuff?
I'm only keeping
Spawn of Throne,
Violator, Bloody Violator, and
that's a good one.
I think there's one other Spawn that I want to keep, but I can't remember. But yeah, those are probably the only 2 or 3 I'll keep. You'll take that, Doc Ock. Gotcha. I'll email you.
Speaking of this, I Am Legend. So you've heard they want to do a reboot. Not a reboot, a sequel with Michael
Will
B. Jordan.
Smith and yeah.
So this is what kind of pisses me off a little bit. Like, they're basing a sequel off of an alternate ending.
Yeah.
If you guys didn't watch I Am Legend, we're going to do some spoilers right now. So at the end of I Am Legend, Will Smith sacrifices himself to save one of the girls that he meets somewhere along the movie and a little boy. And as he was trying to find a cure for the virus or the infection, whatever you want to call it, in the alternate scene, he found a cure, and one of those vampire things was almost turning human, but the leader of their pact was trying to break through the glass, whatever. Long story short, he gave back the girl to the guy. They took off, blah, blah, blah. And then they all survived and they're trying to go find the cure. That's what they're basing the sequel off of, if it's true. But I don't know. I've never heard of a movie being a sequel based off of a freaking alternate ending.
Yeah, either have I.
That's going to throw everybody off if that is true.
Can slap.
I like I Am Legend, guys. I'm not going to lie. Dude, I Am Legend was a freaking amazing movie. I like that movie.
Still a good movie.
Saw it in theaters twice. And I saw it twice because the second time I wanted to watch the Dark Knight trailer in theater. Because that's when it got released.
I've done that to watch the trailer. I went to go see, dude, it wasn't even, what? I don't even remember what movie it was, but we were just talking about X-Men, the X-Men trailer. When I got teased, I went to watch whatever movie it came out with, and I didn't even want to see the movie. I just went to go see the trailer, but I ended up sitting through some shitty movie.
What's this? Uh-oh.
Yeah, there's no value in the current Spawn stuff.
Me and Carlos were actually talking about this. And again, you guys know I'm a huge McFarlane supporter, huge Spawn fan, but his latest couple waves of Spawn have been not good. They've been, and their material has like gone crappy too. So best part.
Yeah, we watched them show up at Ross just like a month ago, month and a half ago. So what's that tell you?
You know, this is funny. He said the best part of I Am Legend was the dog. You know what was another movie that an actor had said in the film? He was doing part of his revenge because they killed his dog. Besides John Wick, this predates John Wick. He goes up to people, he's like, "You don't understand. They killed my dog," because they were telling him to stop.
Why does that sound so familiar?
Yeah. Can anybody guess that film? It came out in 2008. It's a movie. It's a setup. The whole movie. The movie's about it. It's like I can't give anything away. It's a conspiracy movie. It's I can't even name the actor because that'll give it away. But they set him up, and he goes back for revenge. And then one of the guys is telling him just stop, and he's like, "You don't understand." He's like, "They killed my dog." I rewatched it the other day. This is a great. I used to watch this movie when I owned it when I first got it. I used to rewatch this one a lot. It's like back when there was a lot of good original movies, like in the 2008 era. Now you don't see any of that. He got it.
Max?
He got the
yeah, it's Max Payne. That's right.
Nope, not Max Payne. But he got the actor. Oh. No, if that's in there, I didn't know. I did watch Max Payne though. I don't remember that movie. But he got the actor. Can somebody guess the movie?
Oh, The Happening?
No, it's not The Happening.
I don't even remember that movie.
They set him up. They set up Mark Wahlberg.
Was that That's not Contraband.
No, that's a good movie too. Isn't Contraband with The Rock?
No.
What's up? From Ireland. Yep, he got it.
Oh, Shooter.
Yeah.
God, I forgot about that movie.
That's a great movie, dude. Go rewatch it. It's on Prime. That's a really good movie. Yeah. We got a few people that got it. I got to rewatch Dune 84. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. McFarlane needs to go back to the movie Maniacs line. He did, but I don't like him. I don't like the movie Maniacs line.
They're pretty bad.
Yeah, the only one I ever bought was that Pennywise one, and it just did not. I think he's just trying to work with making prices low, so he has to cut a lot of corners. You know what I mean? And they just don't. I would rather buy a $50 movie Maniac pre-post figure and it come out awesome. But that's just me.
I think a lot of it is all his movie Maniac stuff is all except for Jumanji. They're all Warner Brothers licenses, so that's why it sucks.
Okay, so movies that made me fall asleep. I'll tell you which movies made me fall asleep in theaters. Now, so 10 years ago and a little bit before that, I would go to the movies at least 2 to 3 times a week with a buddy. And mind you, we would have a drink or two before we'd go watch a movie. And I'm a lightweight, so that would kind of make me fall asleep. So movies that I fell asleep to. And it's not because of boredom. It legit was probably because of the 2 drinks I had. I know I fell asleep during The Watchmen. I fell asleep during X-Men Days of Future Past. I was so pissed. I woke up like at a certain time in the movie. I fell asleep during Wakanda Black Panther Part 2, and that had nothing to do with alcohol. I legit was bored. But movies that I've walked out on, Crank 2, and The Return of Zohan.
Oh, the family movie?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I walked out of that movie. What about you, Carlos?
Oh, I walked out of Shazam! Fury of the Gods. I'll always remember that. And what else? I know.
Which one?
I've walked out of Shazam! Fury of the Gods, the new one. Hey, you already knew that. I'm trying to think, what else have I walked out of? I can't think of them right now, but I know I've walked out of a few. I fell asleep. I know this sounds bad. Godzilla -1. Even though that movie's freaking awesome, I was just super tired. I'm trying to think. I know I fell asleep through a lot of movies, honestly.
Do you know what movies you went into the first 5 minutes knowing it was going to be bad?
Yeah, Shazam! Fury of the Gods.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think. I don't really know. The Crow, City of Angels. First 5 minutes in that, I'm like, yeah, this movie's gonna be terrible.
Hey, it had Deftones.
Yeah, I mean, Is that a redeeming quality? I don't know, maybe, but yeah, those for sure. Those were two that I know were going to be
Great
bad.
soundtrack.
Yeah, good soundtrack.
Rojo here says, I'm not feeling the new BVS figure. It's not that I'm not feeling the new BVS figure. It's that McFarlane always seems to mess up on these Batman figures. The body looks like it's the Justice League body. Again, I don't know yet. I'm going based off of the images. It could be different. I'm going based off the images. It looks like a BVS body. I mean, Justice League body. The suit looks way too light. The cowl is not accurate. I don't care what you say. It's not accurate. What do you think?
I agree. I think you're right because you pointed
really
that out
right here. The neck should be a lot thicker.
Yeah.
And I hate that.
Yeah, you pointed out the suit.
Yeah, I hate the cape too. The cape is like, I hate that fabric. Like, dude, I'd rather go with the rubber cape, the soft goods cape, not soft goods, the plastic.
Yeah, the rubber cape.
Yeah, rubber cape.
You also pointed out. You pointed out the belt was wrong too.
The belt was wrong. Trying to think what else.
The face sculpt can't really tell because the way they have the angle, that picture.
Like Affleck right here. The
one he has that butt. He has the butt chin.
The Justice League, the Snyder Cut one he did, the tactical suit one looks like Affleck.
Mm-hmm.
This one doesn't. This does not look like Affleck. And I have the same problem with Michael Keaton. They gave him like they gave him articulation here. It's supposed to be one whole piece for Keaton. Like, it's like, how do you mess that up? They did the same thing with Kilmer, and they did the same thing with George Clooney. Even though those are good figures, they just messed up that one piece for Kilmer and Clooney. The Keaton Batman, it's a good Batman figure, but that's not the Keaton suit.
Nope.
It's not. It's really not. So yeah, that's my issues I have with it. I'm still going to buy it. I'm not saying I'm not going to buy it. I'm pointing out issues with it. He says here, yeah, I'm pretty sure he did it for articulation, but it still doesn't look like him. It still doesn't look like him. Am I the only one who was let down by Rebel Moon? I didn't watch it yet.
I liked it. Yes, and actually the one. Wait, go up to the comment from Collected Disconnect.
Which one?
The next one. That's funny because that's true.
Oh, dude, he's right.
I didn't even notice that until you just said that. I never
even put that together. Okay, look what Collected Disconnect just said. See, he did it for the Flash. I don't understand what McFarlane's doing. I wish I could get McFarlane to interview. That's like a one. I want to meet McFarlane. He's on my number one list right now to like meet as far as celebrities, along with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Van Damme, Sylvester Stallone. But he's up there, and I want to have an interview with him and be honest with the guy. Like, I want to tell him, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Not to insult him. I just really want to know. It says Raph changed the net peg to a shorter peg. It improves the look. I get the whole customization thing, but why do I have to do it?
Yeah, I'm with you, dude.
We're paying money for these figures to be accurate. You know what I mean? Like, Oh yeah, did you see this?
Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah, of course I'm gonna like it. It's my movie. Why would I not like it?
Yeah, I know. And you know what? Let me tell you something about that. And we all know McFarlane does not like articulation. We all know that. He's mentioned it so many times. And it is true what he says. He says the articulation cuts like certain looks out. But still, that's really not an excuse. Just like Collected Disconnect said, how come the Flash has it?
That's funny. I've seen that movie too many times, and I still didn't realize that until now. Wow.
The toy?
Yeah, like what the heck?
Yeah, I didn't realize. I never really realized that. And that's a pretty decent figure too. That would be your first and last interview. It probably would be, And that's what sucks. Like, it sucks nowadays. You can't really say what you want. Even if you're like, I'm not trying to insult McFarlane. I buy the guy's toys. I don't, and his comics. I don't get shit sent to me. I don't get shit sent to me and say, oh, buy this, you're gonna love it. No, I buy his stuff because I legit like it. So I would like an interview with the guy. I've been supporting the guy since the 90s. There's nothing wrong with asking honest questions. I'm not a, what do they call these people? Shill?
Yeah. Shill. You're not a, I'm not going to say his name. So yeah.
I'm not a fake, basically. So I buy toys and I collect them. I love them. So I have the love for this, but it's, yeah, exactly. Here we go. We just want to know why. It's true. We just want to know why. It's not, I mean, if it's, if he could say, I don't want to answer it, and I'll be fine with that. I'll continue with the interview.
Well, I guarantee, like, if you were to ever have him on here, he has a PR person that's going to tell you what you can and can't answer. Ask him. So,
yeah, that's another thing too. Totally Schneider shill.
Don't hate, man.
God. Todd, send me some toys. Thank you. I remember when Todd doing the YouTube channels when we first kid. Yeah, I remember that. I'm a fan of Kevin James, and your boy looks a lot like him. Rad.
I get that all the time.
Holy crap! I never even thought of that. Shave your beard, man.
No, I used to get that all the time. I don't know if I did tell you this. It's not last year at one point. I can't remember where I was at. Some lady thought I was Kevin James, like when I was toy hunting, and I'm like, kept staring at me. And I was like, "Can I help you?" I'm like, "I don't work here." She's like, "You're Kevin James, aren't you?" And I'm like, "No." She's like,
"I would have said
yeah,
dude. I would have said yeah. I would have said yeah. That's awesome."
And I was yeah, nope.
That's awesome. Do you like the McFarlane Aquaman figures? Some of them were really cool. Some of them were actually really cool. I just don't need them.
Cool.
I bought the stealth one.
Is cool.
$7. That one is cool. I saw that at a GameStop. That went on clearance too.
Oh, that reminds me about your video when you saw that it was on clearance.
The peg, yeah.
There's none here. There was one in the way back. I had to rewatch it. I had to go. I was like, there is a storm way back there.
Are you kidding me?
Dead serious, dude. I was like, oh shoot.
God.
I totally forgot to tell
you. What was I going to do with that thing anyways?
Yeah, it's going to sit in a box like mine is.
Yeah, Todd does work on the smaller channels. But I don't know. I'm not going to lie, dude. I'm kind of lazy when it comes to having to go through all these people, and I just don't like it. I just wish, I don't know. It's probably, I tried doing a little, I forgot what it was. Like, I did a little, somebody gave me a link on where to go apply and everything. And I did it and I never heard anything. That was almost a year ago. So whatever. It's all good. Hey, you look like a Big Bang Theory scientist.
Yeah, I don't know.
Isn't that what you told me, dude? That's what you told me.
I can actually answer this, but it's hard to explain, but
that's what you told me, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into all that, but yeah, it's whatever they decide to tell you guys is not true, and what is actually true, he's never going to say. But yeah, that's part of the reason why it was a Target Build-A-Figure throughout the year line, and they passed on it because they didn't see they would sell. And I'm like, yeah, it wouldn't have sold because no one knows who those guys are but Superman.
Yeah.
So I'll leave it at that because I don't want to get into specifics.
Speaking of that Superman, terrible cape and terrible S on the back of that cape.
Oh yeah, you did finally see the back of that.
Yeah, I didn't see it till later, but
it's so huge, dude.
Go ahead, Carlos. Answer this. I honestly don't really watch a lot of I honestly don't really watch toy collectors. I watch T3s, and I think that's it. Like once in a while, I'll watch some of Pixel Dan's and Justin's Collectibles. but not that often. I watch a lot of skateboarding YouTube. I watch a lot of podcasts, whether it's music or bodybuilding, and like movie stuff. That's about all I watch.
Yeah, I watch Saya's videos. Trying to think. The Man Collects and Art G. I watch his all the time because he lives on the East Coast and they have a ton of liquidation stores where he lives in Philly, and it's amazing to see the stuff that he finds for dirt cheap. And I think that's really it. And then I watch Everything Always, which is a like a movie type. I wouldn't say he's a reviewer, but he talks about leaks and spoilers and stuff. He's a really cool dude. He's a musician too, so I watch him and a lot of podcasts.
There you go. Look at it. Says Raph. What about Unparalleled Universe? You would be. I wouldn't mind interviewing other people. I am not against it. I have no hate for any other YouTube rides. It has nothing to do with that. Pixel Dan, I would love to interview Pixel Dan because him and I feel like are in the same, because we love vintage. We're huge vintage collectors. He loves turtles. I love turtles. I think an interview with Pixel Dan would be pretty awesome.
I agree.
Well, the guys I used to watch, I've mentioned this so many times. I started off with Shartimus Prime, Sean Long, Century Productions, Boog Nice was one of them. Solid Snake in My Pants. Pause. I don't think he's around anymore. The Review Spot was another one. Anthony Customs. I did watch for a little bit Optobotomus. I'm pretty sure I'm leaving out a few more, but a lot of them are not around anymore.
Didn't you watch Rocco the Great?
No.
No.
I have nothing against Rocco the Great. I know a lot of people dislike him. But I have nothing against him. I know I remember that whole thing that was going on with the YouTube tier list. And I think that's where all the issues came with him, right? Because he spoke against it. Yeah, I don't know. I'll interview Rocco the Great. I don't care.
Why not?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I know a lot of people he says Rocco's annoying. I know a lot of people have issues with Rocco. I don't think I've ever seen a video on him. I think I knew of him years ago, dude, back when he was with ACBA. This was years ago. This is when he was like he looked like a punker at one point. But he was totally different back in the day. So I don't know him now. I just remember him then. That was years ago. He commented on several of my videos on Marvel Legends years ago. But yeah. Do I watch 3C Films? I don't think so. I know who that is though. Oh, Glenn Webb was another guy I used to watch, dude. Did you ever watch Glenn Webb?
Mm-mm.
I think he was Australian. I'm not 100% sure, but he would do what I used to love that what he would do. He would have like a character on a toy and have like the evolution of it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that was awesome. He died, I think, of a heart attack. I think his partner woke up to him dead. But yeah, that was that guy I used to watch regularly. You got Shartimus is a cool guy. What does it say? British. Oh, he's British. Okay. Yeah, Glenn Webb was pretty awesome. I don't remember his accent. I don't know why I thought Australian.
Everyone says he's British. Okay.
Yeah, I guess so. But he was cool. Let's see here. Rocco was a little rough around the edges. Haven't watched the videos in a few years. I don't know. I'm down to interview Rocco the Great, though. I'll bring him on the channel. Why not? Do you know Super Channel G? No. Do you know that channel?
I don't know who that is. No.
I remember I tried asking the Review Spot to come on my channel for an interview. This was last year or a little over a year ago. But that didn't go anywhere. I almost had, I think I can talk about it now because it never went through. I was supposed to have what's his name? The wrestler who quit doing his videos, the toy hunts.
Oh, Ethan Page.
Ethan Page. Yeah, we were supposed to work something out, and that fell through. We did a couple messages back and forth, and that fell through.
That would have been awesome, though.
That would have been cool. That would have been really cool. But yeah, that Mad Hatter. I don't know who Mad Hatter is.
Oh yeah, I know who Mad Hatter is.
Yeah, not too sure. Been wanting the Green Goblin, Spider-Man, No Way Home. Can't find him anywhere.
Nope.
Ultra Zilla. Oh, you know who's another guy I watched too? But he's like, he does. His name's Uncaged Games. He does a lot of Mortal Kombat video game stuff, and he did a video. He used to do videos where it was buy everything Mortal Kombat. That was pretty awesome. That's another cool guy. Rocco Good with me. Thanks for the videos. Yeah, no, thanks for watching. Do you remember? Oh yeah, Advocate Pinoy. I do remember him. Dude, I totally remember Advocate Pinoy. Best live action. I don't know. Batman. It changes. And I always forget to add Robert Pattinson in there because he did such a great job.
That's probably like one of the hardest questions to answer, honestly.
It is now.
Yeah.
It really is now. Oh yeah, what's his name? Uncaged Games. Dude met Lyndon Ashby. Yeah, Uncaged Games is actually pretty cool. I stumbled upon his channel during the pandemic when the Mortal Kombat movie came out on HBO Max, and I was looking up interviews, and he would always pop up, and I still watch him from time to time. He does like reactions and gameplays and unboxings on stuff. But I love his buy everything Mortal Kombat videos. About to watch Echo this week. Your thoughts, Carlos?
I liked it. I gave it like an 8 and a 8.7 out of 10.
You got to remember though, Carlos is all about the MCU.
I like Marvel. I'm trying to think. I'm not a shill, I guess is what everyone would say. I'm not a shill. I'll definitely say when I think something's shitty. So
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's R-rated too.
Yeah, you're gonna change your mind about that R-rated. I mean, it's R-rated, but not what you think. Go in not expecting a lot, and maybe you'll like it more.
Oh my god, I remember this. I did use System of a Down as an intro, and I had to take it off in a lot of videos because I got copyrighted. I used it as an intro. I actually used a lot of songs in my videos. I hated Patterson flying suit. Damn fly. He's a damn bat. Fly like a bat. But you got to remember, it's still early in his career. Favorite John Wick movie? It's a tie between 1 and 4.
Yeah.
I love the first one is just amazing. They're all great, and it's true. They all get better with each film. But when Carlos was like hyping up the 4th movie and everybody was hyping up, I was in denial. And I don't know why. Yes. I'm a huge Keanu fan. I love the John Wick movies, but everybody was saying how good it was, and I was just like, it can't be this good. And I watched it, and I left the theater, was like, oh my god. And I loved Bill Skarsgård as the freaking villain.
He's such a good villain, dude. Oh my god.
Heck yeah, he is, man.
And John Wick 4, one of the best scenes is that overhead when they're going through the can't think of what was that. It was like the overhead and it kind of looked like a video game, and I was just like, dude, this is so sick. I love the way they set that up.
Oh, when he had the dragon's breath?
Yes, that's what it was. Yeah.
And you know what? It did get over the top, but it was still great. Like when he kept on falling down those stairs.
Yeah, that a little annoying, but awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Skarsgård, I think he's actually an underrated actor.
Yeah, he's also our new Crow, so that's why I'm kind of like, let's put this movie out. I gotta see it.
It was I think Skarsgård was my favorite part favorite, but the first is amazing. The first is amazing. Somebody wrote here.
Thank you.
Think about that.
I think you'll see Echo in the Disney Plus wave that comes out later in 2024.
It'll probably just be her character in Kingpin, right?
I don't know if it'll be you know what? I don't know. Maybe they will redo Kingpin. You're definitely going to see her though.
Skarsgård was great in Barbarian. Did you watch Barbarian yet?
Oh yeah, that movie is so good.
That's a great freaking flick.
Yeah, I was surprised by that movie.
That trailer does not tell you what's going on in that movie.
Nope.
I love
think
that.
that's why it was good, because you didn't know what to expect when you watched it.
Los, there you go.
Thanks. How old are those? Within the last, how long have these been out? I don't even know.
In the last 3 to 4 years.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably about right.
Yeah. I wish Hasbro would make a Carnage.
That's what I said. I want them to.
I enjoyed Barbarian. I went in it knowing it was going to be good because of all the reviews that I read. Everybody was like hyping this movie up. I was like, okay, this has got to be good. And then plus Justin, is his name Justin Long?
Yeah, Justin Long.
I love that guy, man. Plus he was in it. He's great in that movie. It is kind of a brutal movie though, a little bit.
Oh, look.
Venom 2 R-rated.
I'm trying to think of who this guy was at. Okay. The guy that wrote Barbarian. Have you ever seen this movie called Miss March?
No.
It's so the director, well, actually the writer of that Barbarian movie did this movie called Miss March, where he is, I'm trying to think, he goes into a coma and then he wakes up to find out his girlfriend becomes a Playboy model or something like that. Wow. He travels cross country with his best friend, and that's the first time I ever heard of him. And then when I was like, why does that name look familiar? So I looked it up and I was like, dude, it's the same dude that was in that movie. How weird is that? He also has a movie coming out that Pedro Pascal was supposed to be in, but Pedro dropped out because he's supposedly going to be in Fantastic Four, another horror movie. So we'll see.
Oh yeah, I read that. I read that he dropped out of a horror movie because he's going into Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I don't know. That movie's called Weapons. That's right. What's it about? I wonder what it's about. Sony will not make any. I don't take that back. They are making Craven rated R. So,
but they are.
Yeah, it's rated R.
No, I haven't seen Castle Rock. I heard of it though.
I have not seen it. I think my wife watched it.
She like it?
Probably. I don't. She watches so many things that I like. Hey, we want to watch the show? She's like, oh, I already seen it all. I'm like, oh, what the hell?
I like Pedro. I like Pedro Pascal. But yeah, I agree. I don't see him as Reed Richards. What do you think about Javier? I think it's Bardem as the voice of Galactus.
Oh, I actually kind of can see it.
Yeah, I hope they enhance the voice though a little bit.
I think he's a better choice than Antonio Banderas.
Yeah, I like Antonio Banderas though, but yeah, I don't see him as that.
No.
I did watch all the John Wick movies in theater, and I have not played the new RoboCop game.
Either have I.
If they made a Venom 3 with Hardy and Toby versus Harrelson, it would be crazy. Oh, this was a great movie, man.
Oh, yes. The heck is that called? I used to get this one mixed up with Everything Everywhere Always, or whatever it's called. What is that movie called?
Zack and Miri Make a Porno?
Oh yeah, the unbearable weight of massive talent.
There you go.
That
That's a
movie,
great flick.
I did not know what to expect, and I was like, "This movie is awesome."
That's a great movie, and it sucks though, man, because like a lot of these good movies do not do well.
Mm-mm. I think that this year that's going to change. I think that
I think
all
so
these
too.
big tentpole, I think all these big tentpole movies are not going to do as well, and it's going to be all these smaller independent movies that do better. Like a movie that's under the radar, which is probably not going to get nominated for an Oscar, is The Iron Claw with Zach Efron. That movie's so good and under the radar.
I think I also think Oppenheimer and Barbie had a big role in probably making movies better for the next year.
Oh yeah.
And that's why I think comic book movies are going to be not doing so well. And I talked to you about this. This is why I'm happy DC is taking kind of a break.
Right.
So while Marvel's still pushing out all this stuff. Hey, Carla. What? I haven't seen Cocaine Bear. Cocaine Bear.
Stupid movie.
Like he cried during the Iron Claw.
I didn't cry, but I definitely got teary eyed. That is one heavy ass movie. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I gotta catch that.
The Book of Clarence.
Yeah, Clarence Bartiger from freaking RoboCop. Okay, he's getting his own flick.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Can't wait to see King Kong again. Haven't seen him since HBO Max. The Kong. Yeah. I want to see Godzilla -1. I really want to see that one.
Don't drink and make sure you're not tired before you go see that.
Yeah, I gotta catch that one.
It's kind of slow.
Yes, I do. Well, no. I take it back. I don't own all their albums. So long story short, guys know, big Korn fan since 95. And the last album I ever bought before I got back into them was Take a Look in the Mirror. Or actually it was their Greatest Hits, which came out after that. That was the last time I met the band as a complete and saw them live. Or did I see? No, I saw them live a little bit after that. But that was the last album I ever bought. Then I got back into Korn during the Path of Totality. I mean, I listened to them off and on here and then, but I got heavily into hip hop and R&B. But I got back into them during the Path of Totality, and I went back and streamed a lot of their previous songs or downloaded some of them on iTunes, and then been on track ever since. But yeah. Favorite album is the tough one for me. I mean, the self-titled's like their best, but I gotta say, Follow the Leader really holds a lot of memories for me because that was when I was really into Korn and so excited to have that new album drop. First time seeing them live that year. So Follow the Leader has a lot of memories for me.
Yeah, that's a good album.
It's great, man. The album doesn't start until track 13. But that was such a good, that's an album. Their first 3 albums are great from beginning to end. Actually, their first 4 or 5, but Follow the Leader was just so different from what Korn was. They became like they did cross commercial. They went to they were making more radio hits, but they were still good. Nothing beats Korn albums. First 3 albums are so good. I liked Issues. Issues was a good album. It was a darker album, but it was still a good album. And then I really enjoyed Untouchables. I thought Untouchables was a good album too. So yeah, then I was really into Korn, Limp Bizkit, and Deftones all at once. Follow the Leader's the most commercially successful. Yeah, that's what That's what that album had them playing arenas after that. Did you dress like a rocker in high school? No, I wore a lot of black in middle school, and people thought I was gothic, but I was not gothic. I was just very insecure. But I did wear a lot of Korn shirts and band shirts, and I used to get picked on for it. But then, like, I think sophomore year, maybe even freshman year, I started dressing like a skater. I could never get into the Deftones. Really? Wow.
Wow.
That is pretty interesting because their first album's heavy with like hip hop rock. Second album is more melodic and still kind of heavy, little bit of like hip hop influences. And White Pony, my God, dude. That's that's like it's got to be like in my top 50 albums of all time. So I don't know. Yeah, Todd McFarlane did do the cover for Follow the Leader. That's why that's like the best of both worlds for me. It's got my favorite comic book artist plus favorite band. I never wore Jinkos. I always wanted a pair of Jinko pants, but my dad already hated that I wore baggy pants. He could not see me do. I did wear the chain wallet. I did have the chain wallet. I did have some shell toes, but that came like towards the end of high school. I would always have skateboarding shoes on. So I can name some of them that I used to wear: DC, Action, ES's, and Chad Muska's. I forgot what shoes. I think those were ES's. I don't know. Osiris was another one. So yeah.
Yeah, I used to dress well, I skateboarded when I was 12, 10? From 10 to 16. I'm trying to think. Yeah, 10 to 16. So I dressed like a punk rocker.
There you go. Yeah, the mohawk and everything.
I actually did.
Oh, you did have a mohawk.
Well, not a mohawk. I had a faux hawk.
A faux hawk. I wanted a mohawk, but I was too embarrassed.
Yeah, I couldn't have pulled that off. Yeah, I wore Vans, Converse, Etnies, and
Etnies was another one I wore.
DC. That's what I used to wear back then.
How did I get my Travis frags? So that came through a trade. I traded somebody who wanted some Hot Toys, and I did a little bit of a trade for some Hot Toys that I don't have displayed anymore for the Travis Scotts. Turns out this guy has connections with Nike, and not with Nike, but he has connections. And so he got me a few pairs of my Travis Scotts. So technically you can say I got them for a few $100s if you're counting Hot Toys trades. Back in the day, the Hot Toys cost like $200, $180. The ones I traded him for, there was a couple of them. So either way, it was a win-win. The value went up on him, but I only paid a few hundred. And the Travis Scotts go for like $1,000, especially in my size, because I'm a size 11, and that's like a popular size. I think 10 to 11 is pretty popular. So, you know that, Carlos, like the shoe size that's more in demand is more popular. So.
Yeah, because those are usually the ones that sell out the fastest because those are the ones people wear.
I was never a high school jock, guys. Never. I was picked on a lot in school. I didn't really start working out until after high school, and I didn't take it serious until my mid-20s, and that's when I got like really jacked.
So if him and I lived in the same town back then, him and I would have we would have hung out, guaranteed.
Yeah, I wasn't into toy collecting though. I stopped collecting in like 97, maybe. I got heavy into music and heavy into skateboarding. So that was my new thing. This is true. Korn, Deftones, and Limp Bizkit I don't like that they call it new metal, because that's not what it was called back in the day. It was not called new metal, but it's true. They're the kings. I think Korn opened the door for a lot of these bands. Limp Bizkit wouldn't. I think Limp Bizkit would have been around still, but I don't think they would have been where they're at if it wasn't for Korn, because they obviously, Korn passed their demo to Ross Robinson, who produced Korn's first 2 albums, and I think a little bit of the third, if I'm not mistaken. And they brought them on their Family Value tour. They got but Limp Bizkit already had a little bit of recognition because of, I think, Ozfest, when they performed at Ozfest. But they would still be around, but Korn definitely gave them that push.
Oh yeah.
So
facts.
Yeah, Deftones would have been around too.
Yeah, Deftones are from my neck of the woods, actually.
Sacto, California.
Yep.
I like Korn better than Metallica. I never really grew up being a huge Metallica fan, but I do like some of their songs. Didn't you just buy a RoboCop Hot Toys? Yeah, RoboCop 3. I was born in 97.
Nathan, you were born when X-Men, the animated series, came out.
97?
Yeah.
Which animated series?
The one that was on Fox.
No, that was 92, man.
No, I was
93. No, it was 92 or 93.
I'll have to look it up.
Batman animated series came out in 92. I think X-Men either came out the same year or the following year. What shoe turned me into a sneakerhead? I've always been a shoe guy. I've always been a shoe guy. It came out 92 or 93?
Yeah, 92. Why did I think it was 97?
I've always been into shoes. Always been into shoes. Let's see.
That's why, because it ended in 97. That's why. Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty bad towards the end. Family Values Tour was the best show. That was my first concert, and I still remember it, man. Such a good lineup. Again, it was Korn, Limp Bizkit, Orgy. Remember Orgy?
Oh yeah.
Orgy, Ice Cube, and Rammstein. That was such a great show. Such a good show. Limp Bizkit took the fun out of putting spike studs on baseball caps. Limp Bizkit popularized backward baseball caps. Korn popularized Adidas, even though Run DMC did, but Korn brought it into rock. I'd like to think, right? I think so. I think if I grew up in the 90s, obviously I bought a lot of magazines, rock magazines. I think if Fonzo is still on here, he'll probably agree with me. But if you look at, because Korn started wearing Adidas, I think in 90, well, when they first came out, they were always rocking the tracksuits, the shoes, blah, blah, blah. And then you look at bands that came after them and they were all rocking Adidas. Limp Bizkit did it, Deftones did it, Stain did it. Almost everybody did it in that era that was coming out in rock. So, yeah. This year I'm actually, I love the Travis Scott shoes. I really do. I like the new olives that are coming out. Red Lightning is one of the best Metallica albums. Ride the Lightning. I don't know them by albums, to be honest with you. You thought it was 97 because of the Disney show.
Yeah, the one that's coming out. But it ended in 97, so now that makes more sense.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And then the new one's called X-Men 97.
Because it picks up at the end of that one.
Why was I picked on? I was picked on because I was very insecure about myself and I made it known. I was picked on since I was a kid. So I liked toys. I collected cards. So I was picked on for that. I would wear it even as a kid in elementary school. I wore comic book t-shirts. I got picked on for that. Enter high school, middle school. Middle school was my worst years. I got picked on because of just not having a lot of friends and because of the bands that I liked. So.
God damn, dude, kids are freaking cruel.
Jocks used to pick on me too. Yeah, Korn switched to Puma because Adidas wouldn't give them a deal because of the Adidas song, and Korn or Puma, I think, offered him $1 million deal or close to $1 million deal, and then they rocked Puma for years, and then they switched over to Pony. I don't know if you remember Pony, and then from there, they went back to Adidas now. Have you heard of 72 Seasons by Metallica? Yeah. Is it a song?
Isn't that their new album? I think that's what it's called, right?
Oh, I don't know Metallica that well to be. Adidas Campus on Puma suedes are corn shoes. Adidas Campus and Puma suedes are corn shoes. They also rocked with Pony during the Untouchables era. Mm-hmm. I remember when I was a cool kid in elementary school because I'd wear DX shirts and other WWE. So in your era, that was cool though. That was when wrestling was huge. What was it, Monday
DX,
Night Raw or something?
Yeah, DX, Stone Cold, The Rock, yeah.
Thanks to Holiday and DVD. I thought it said David, DVD guy. Yeah, no, yeah, I got picked on a lot, and it did affect me like growing up. And then now I don't care anymore. I really don't care. What's up?
What's up?
DC JRST one.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I need glasses, guys.
It's because you're getting older.
If I look at the monitor for too long, it starts getting blurry. That happens at work. I get that a lot at work. But
it's the blue light.
How were you in high school? Did you get picked on?
Yeah, I got picked on. I'm trying to think. I kind of just, I don't know. I just kept my head down, and after, I know middle school was pretty bad. Junior high was bad, and then high school, I kind of just kept to myself, and I was like the movie guy. Everyone knew me as the movie guy because I worked at a little independent. Trying to think, rental place, and then as I called it back then, I made it to the big leagues of working at Blockbuster. Yeah, so then everyone knew me from there, and then everyone's just like, "Hey," they'd be like, "Oh, dude, you're like cool because you work at Blockbuster," and I'm like, "All right, whatever." And I'm an artist, so I used to be in art class. Well, who didn't do art class, I guess, in high school, but I was known for that. Everyone knew that I was trying to get into Marvel Comics. And yeah, that's about it. And I did get picked on in high school too. Bunch of dicks.
Look, he said for wearing comic book shirts, but now everybody does it. And it is true, man. I started noticing people wearing comic book shirts in 2013 when I was like, that was like when I was really in the gym and I was like super jacked. And everybody there, you'd see people wearing Dragon Ball shirts. The Flash was a popular one. Batman, Superman. I would always want to go up to these guys and be like, "Oh, name this and that." You know what I mean? But I never did.
Yeah,
I never did.
Actually, I also used to get picked on because of that movie right there, The Crow. Because I used to wear their T-shirts, the Crow T-shirts all the time. Yeah, I used to get picked on for that. Everyone thought I was goth.
They thought I was goth too, man.
I'm like, no.
Okay, see, look at this. Look at this. You were cool because you listened to It's Hard to Believe. So you gotta remember the 90s was different. It's not like how it is now. It really isn't. Or even like later on, like in the early 2000s. In the 90s, people hate if you were liked a certain type of music, at least down here, you got picked on for it, man. I got picked on one time, and mind you, now it's probably the right decision. I got picked on for wearing a Marilyn Manson shirt, like heavily. That was one of the worst days of my life in school when I wore a Marilyn Manson shirt. And mind you, I only liked at the time the song Sweet Dreams and The Beautiful People. And that's the reason why I bought the shirt. And I got picked on for liking Korn. Well, I gotta get my charger. So
yeah,
that was a, like, everybody would say, "Oh, Korn sucks. Limp Bizkit sucks." And I'm like, then once Limp Bizkit became popular, you saw people in school wearing backward red caps.
It's funny though, because you were talking about this earlier about seeing people in the gym wearing Dragon Ball shirts and whatever. It's funny, like back then when we were growing up and we would wear that kind of stuff, we get picked on. And here it is now, and like now the nerd is the cool thing to be.
Yeah. Yep. What was this?
Fonzo 13, yes, The Crow is the greatest.
Power Rangers shows 94 and we're kid. So I remember one particular time a guy had me pinned against the wall, and he was making fun of me because I had a Gambit t-shirt on in elementary school, and he was like that's like wearing a Power Ranger shirt, and I'm like, in my head I was like, oh my god, I love the Power Rangers.
That's funny.
You know what? I never got bullied for liking TMNT, surprisingly. I never got bullied for that. Not that I can think of. I think because everybody low-key loved the Turtles.
Yeah, who doesn't like the Turtles?
How do you know when stuff goes on clearance? Usually if you see it sitting on the pegs for a long time.
Yeah, Target, it's always a yellow sticker. Walmart,
oh yeah,
don't worry about them.
Just scan stuff too.
Yep.
Look at this. 80s and 90s were rough on the not cool kids, unfortunately. It is true, but
true.
I've seen some of the popular kids nowadays, and they look like complete trash. Like complete trash.
Yep.
So,
did you get picked on by the jocks a lot?
Not. I got picked on by punkers. I got picked on by just popular kids in general. I got picked on by girls, dude. I got picked on by everybody. Everybody picked on me. I mean, I don't know if a lot of them were jocks or not. I think a couple of them might have been jocks, or a few of them might have been jocks. But I feel like I got picked on from everybody. And then where I lived in Anaheim at the time, because I went to school in Placentia, California, then went to school lived in Anaheim, and then I dealt with the gangsters there.
Oh, well.
Yeah. So
yeah. I used to get picked on by all the jocks.
I couldn't tell the difference, dude. I couldn't tell the difference. I just knew they were popular kids.
Yeah, that's usually the jocks.
At least y'all had good music. Yeah. Music was a big escape for me, and that's the reason why I related so much to Korn. So, because if you listen to Korn's first two albums, especially their first album, you'll understand. EP Gun says we're neighbors. Where are you located? Here we go. 90s fashion is in now. My son wears my old dude.
Yep.
90s. You have old Adidas. You have old Deftones shirts, huh? 90s fashion was awesome, dude. I know. I was like, oh, you want to sell me some? 90s.
I
90s
saw that coming.
I love their shoes. I love the clothes. I miss the 90s. So.
Yeah, it's true. The 90s stuff's coming back because my daughter into Deftones, and like it like blows me away that she listens to stuff like that, and I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, it's a great band. Deftones is a great band. But so is Limp Bizkit. And I know a lot of people hate Limp Bizkit, and I don't get why. They're such a good band. They're great live performance too. They got a good bassist, a good guitarist, a good drummer. And the DJ's, cool and everything. And, Fred's good too. Fred sounds like how he does on record.
Mm-hmm.
And he still does to this day.
I think back then he was just an ego maniac. And then over time, he's gotten out of that whole thing.
No, I did not go to the 20th anniversary. I wish I would have. I wish I would have gone to that. I remember when they had a Family Values with MGK.
Did they?
Yeah. And Limp Bizkit even toured with MGK. This was like in mid 15s, I think. They had a Family Values tour with MGK. Eminem ruined Fred Durst. So I was a big Eminem fan, and Dr. Dre. And Eminem did the album Devil's Night. And there was a song called Rhymes with Stitches, but starts with a B. And it was about Limp Bizkit. So that song, I think, came from Limp Bizkit, Fred Durst on TRL, talking about how how him and DJ Lethal think the singer from Everlast, because him and Eminem had beef, would I think, if I remember correctly, I think he said that he can take on Eminem or something, and Eminem retaliated, came back with that song on Devil's Night, which is D12's first album, and that ruined Eminem. That was the start of Fred Durst. So that was the start of Limp Bizkit's downfall, and a lot of it was Eminem. So, yep. Good album too. That D12 album was awesome.
Yeah, that's the only good album they have.
D12? The second one was pretty good.
Is it that D12 World or something like that?
D12 World, yeah. That was actually not a bad one. They had some pretty good songs on there.
I think I have that on CD still.
Let's see. Have you ever heard of SPM? No. Childhood Soundtracks, then 50 Cent after. No. I was a big 50 Cent fan, though. Huge 50 Cent. No. No, she doesn't. I would have had 10 kids by now. What? Listen to metal in high school, metal Ozzy, Metallica Ozzy, etc. Nice. Yeah, D12's first album was so good. I love the song Purple Pills on there. That album was another one that was a great album from beginning to, and then Ain't Nothing But Music. Shit Can Happen or Shit Happens. Pistol. How long do figs last on the shelf? It really depends, to be honest with you. My sister introduced me to Korn. We had a neighbor who was a owner of a skate shop, and low key he kind of got me into skateboarding, and I think he had a crush on my sister, and he gave her a bunch of singles, and my sister had a very rare Korn Clown single, and that's how she got introduced to Korn. I got introduced to Korn, I think, months later, because their first album came out in 94, and I got introduced to them in 95. And I started liking some of their songs. But you know how I really became obsessed with the band? My sister sent out, I think, a mail away to get the Who Then Now VHS. And I would ask her every night, can we watch it in her room? So I would be on the floor and we just watch Who Then Now, the video. If you guys haven't seen the Who Then Now Korn VHS, it's freaking great. But that's how I got into Korn. Yeah. And then Carlos's favorite band is Blink-182.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
opposite genres.
Yeah, but I grew up with my parents listened. Well, mom heavily into Christian music. My dad was into Motown stuff, so I listened to that growing up. And then I don't know, at some point down the line, I just discovered music that I liked on my own. God, I don't remember. A bunch of metal bands I wasn't allowed to listen to because my mom's very religious, so I couldn't listen to Metallica. I couldn't listen to Black Sabbath or Ozzy. Any of that metal stuff back then, I wasn't allowed to listen to. I think it was, oh dang it, dude! It was a friend of mine got me into Bad Religion, which was a big no-no in my household. My mom would have freaked out. So I got into them, and then Green Day became huge. I knew who they were before they got big. I think I have their CD still, their first CD still, when back in the 90s, still have that. And then it kind of just spiraled I got into ska, and then I got into blues, which is kind of a weird way to get into blues, is through punk rock music. And then I lived in Oregon for a while, and then it was pretty much all over because it's punk rock city up there. Yeah, Blink-182, I got to see them in my hometown before they had the 182, they were just called Blink, and they opened for, of all bands, AFI. If you guys know who AFI is, who doesn't know who they are, I guess. So yeah, Blink-182 is awesome, and their album I think it's underrated, the one that came out last year. So, which this gentleman right here, he he likes that album as well.
Yeah, that was. I was telling Carlos that's one of my favorite albums in a long time. In a long time. That new Blink-182 album from beginning to end. I still listen to it. I still listen to that album. It's a freaking great album. But I want to go back to right here. Rocky was saying Eminem did not destroy Limp Bizkit's career. He actually did. He actually did. He was, if he didn't fully do it, he was part of it because they came off of what was their third album called? The Chocolate Starfish and the Hot Dog Flavored Water. And then, the whole Eminem thing came, I think, a little bit after that. It might have happened before that, but I'm for sure it came after that. And Limp Bizkit kind of fell apart. Like people started hating them. And then Wes Borland left the band. And then they got and look at what happened to their album after that. It only sold like 1 million copies. Coming off of a huge selling Chocolate Starfish.
Yeah, wasn't that album Results May Vary? Wasn't that the one that came out?
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, I bought that album and there was only like 3 or 4 good songs.
Yeah, that album's terrible.
It wasn't that great. Fonzo says soundtrack.
Oh, all time. Well,
yeah.
If you're gonna do a top 5, that has to be in the top 5. If it's not, I don't know why it wouldn't be.
Yeah, the Crow. I like the second one too. I really like the second soundtrack. It brings a lot of memories for me. I really enjoyed the second. If we had to do like a top 10, I would put the Crow number 1 in there. I would put the Spawn soundtrack in there. I don't know how many of you would agree with me on that. The Spawn soundtrack is freaking amazing. I don't know if the Crow City of Angels would be in there, to be honest with you.
No, not even for me. Like the Crow City of Angels soundtrack, that was very new metal. It was all new metal.
It was like I liked the Rob Zombie song, "I'm Your Boogeyman." The whole song, Courtney Love was a good song. Korn had a song on there that didn't make it on their '94 album called Sean Olsen. Deftones had a song called "Teething" that was freaking sick on there. I think that's why I would make the list. It had some of my favorite bands on there, but I think it would make my top 10 soundtracks of the 90s. I don't know what else would.
That's Spider-Man. The Spider-Man soundtrack from the first movie would probably make it.
Why? Because you like Nickelback?
No, I freaking hate Nickelback. I think that was the second one, wasn't it? I don't remember.
Probably.
The Batman.
Batman for okay. So
the Batman Forever soundtrack, yes.
Look, that album has a lot of nostalgia for me because I was so hyped for that film. I bought the soundtrack because I was a big Offspring fan, and I was excited because they were on the album. That's one of the reasons why I bought the album. And I think the song's called "Smash It Up." That's on there. And then I love the U2 song on there, "Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me." That's such a great song. And then of course, Seal, "Kissed by Dude, that's a great song, man. It's a great song. So that would make the list too. That would definitely make the list. Our S tier albums. Nirvana, dude, I love Pearl Jam, dude. I love Pearl Jam. Nirvana, I didn't really get into until like the 2000s. I knew of them. I knew their songs. I just didn't really get into them. You know who I like now? And I've been listening to them. I don't know if I've been telling you this. I've been listening to this band for the past few months. And everybody made fun of them in the late 90s, early 2000s. You know who it is? They're making a comeback. They're making a comeback. They were very hated, dude. I think they were rock, but they put them in grunge because of the singer's voice. They had hits. I'm talking hits. And they performed at the 2001 Super Bowl. Can anybody know who that is? No.
I have no idea.
I don't know if Fonzo. Nobody Google it. All right, I'll just say it. Creed.
Oh, Creed. Okay.
Yeah. I actually. Yeah. See, you put Creed probably. Creed. I've been listening to a lot of their songs, and I don't know if it's when you get older, you just certain music. you can relate to. And not only that, like it's legit good music. Like I like some of their songs and they're making a comeback. Not Nickelback. I like Lifehouse. But yeah, Creed. Singer has a great voice. Live too.
Yeah, the funny thing about Creed
they're doing a
is
tour with
their first album I bought at a Christian bookstore.
Yeah, that I don't think they were labeled as Christian though. I watched an interview with Scott Stapp, I think his name is, and he said that his band was like getting upset with him because they were like, what are you singing about? You know what I mean? Because he was like singing about religious, but it's cool if you watch the interview. I forgot what the guy's name. It's a popular podcaster, but I didn't, I guess he grew up with a real religious family. And but it was just a really good interview. I don't know much about them. Like I said, I just recently got into them, and they got some good songs, man. They do got some good songs, and they got some heavy riffs too on the guitar.
Yeah, so they have some good songs. I know as they got further in their career, they became like a joke. A lot of people just hate on them.
I think it was his voice, but it's funny because he even talked about that in that podcast, how he's like happy that he became a meme. But there, dude, he said it too. The 90s are coming back.
It's true.
The 90s are coming back, and I think the music's coming back, man. I think the rock music's coming back.
Yeah, it's been, how long has it been since there's been a really good like rock album?
Well, I mean, Korn's done some good stuff, but
I'm talking like massive attention. It's been a good 20 years.
Limp Bizkit made it back on the billboards when they performed at Lollapalooza recently, and then they if you watch that YouTube performance, freaking good. And then their Dad Vibes made it into the top, I think on iTunes, if I'm not mistaken. And then Blink 182, just like I think Blink 182 really like brought it back. Even though they are a band from the 90s, but they didn't really get popular until the early 2000s, right? They didn't get like huge.
99's when Enema of the State came out, and so I would say 99 2000 is when they got massively huge.
And think about it, they're selling out arenas right now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So who else has done that right now? Arenas.
I don't know. I don't think there has been. I mean, I guess Metallica. I mean, but they've been around for so long.
Yeah, Metallica's a given. Like they have their like this is a band that like Korn has been around. They never went away. They have their steady following. Like they play big venues. Same with Metallica. I guess Limp Bizkit. I'm not 100% sure on that. Deftones have their fan base. I don't know if they play arenas, but they definitely have their fan base. They've been around. But Blink 182 to me, like, has not been the same ever since Tom left. And then they came back and they're selling arenas. I don't know if they were selling arenas before that, but were they? I mean, you're a Blink fan.
Yeah, yeah, they did. I mean, let's put it this way. They broke up, came back together. They broke up again. They did the Blink 182 with Matt Skiba from Alkaline Trio. They did pretty well. I don't know. I know they sold out. I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure they sold out all their dates. But this one with Tom coming back is a bigger thing because everyone wanted Tom back. So yeah, all those things, all those freaking dates sold out in minutes and seconds. I was like surprised. And tickets are just too expensive. Like I wanted to go so bad last year. They were in Sacramento, and the cheapest ticket was like $300 in the nosebleeds. Yeah. And I'm like, nope, not worth it.
Do you agree with this one?
No, I don't, because they are starting to make a bigger comeback now.
Exactly. They're touring a lot overseas right now. And their shows, I don't know if their shows are selling out, but they're definitely, there's people attending those shows. and you still hear about Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, and they were a big. I think they were one of the main headliners for the
Lollapalooza.
what was it? No, it's in Sacramento.
That event that's coming up.
It's like Monster Energy. I don't remember what they call it, but they were one of the. It's every October, every year. It's October,
and they put on a great show. They put on a great show, and they have a lot of hits.
Yeah, didn't they come out with the greatest hits album, Limp Bizkit?
No, they did a remix album. I don't know if they had a greatest hits album, but they did do a remix album. Yeah, I'm trying to go to this tour, Fonzo. I'm trying to go to this one in San Bernardino with Corey Feldman.
Aftershock, that's what it's called. Okay.
Yeah, see, look. Yeah, see, they're selling out overseas.
Yeah. And that's kind of what you need to get big again back in the States, is for them to, or a band that's kind of lost their way, is to get huge overseas, and then it'll end up happening here again. But they also need to make an actual good record.
Yeah, their last album, I was excited when I heard the song Dad Vibes. And then the second single, I forgot what the song is. It's really good too. But that album wasn't great. I think there was maybe 3 or 4 songs on it, but the album was not that great. I do love the song My Own Prison. Bizkit had a tour in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're huge overseas though.
Well, Limp Bizkit, dude, they're not a. I mean, yeah, Fred Durst, whatever. He is what he is, whatever. But I mean, the band's talented, man. The band's they're a good band. He has good musicians in his band. The drummer's awesome, dude. I think the drummer's awesome. I love Wes Borland. Wes Borland's like, I love his costumes that he always makes, comes out with, and they're just a really good band. Look at. Since you have Gabe, does that mean you're going to play John Mayer songs now? No,
I like John Mayer, actually.
Yeah, my aunt loves John Mayer. I got into a lot of music because of my aunts and my sister. I have seen some of the Corey Feldman's videos on YouTube. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Wes Borland said that they're going to release a new record. I hope so, and I hope it's good. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot Fred did The Fanatic, man.
The Fanatic?
The John Travolta movie. The John Travolta movie.
The Fanatic.
Where he's like bald. I think he's kind of bald in the film. He wears a backpack. I never watched it, but dude, I remember because I was such a huge Limp Bizkit fan. That Fred Durst. Okay, first off, Fred Durst directed his own videos. And he did a damn good job in his freaking video. He wanted to direct movies, I remember that back in the day. But he directed Nookie, which is a freaking awesome video. He directed Rearranged, which is awesome. And Together Now with Method Man. Dude, they did that whole martial arts thing. Remember that? He directed Stain's Home, which is a good video. He did Puddle of Mud. He did Corns Falling Away From Me. Like, dude, the guy's talented, man.
I'll have to watch that. And I just looked it up. I didn't even know that he even did that. I know he directed Long Shot with Ice Cube, the football movie.
What? The Long Shot?
Yeah, it's Ice
Fred
Cube.
Durst directed that? Oh, dude, that's
right. That was his second.
Dude, I totally forgot he directed that movie.
It was like
I didn't pick these up yet.
Second movie? Yeah, it was his second Hollywood movie. His first movie was The Education of Charlie Banks with guy who played Lex Luthor in Batman vs. Superman. Jesse, what's his name?
Eisenberg or whatever his name is?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, dude, I forgot about that. I totally forgot about The Long Shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think if he would have taken on the directing early on, I think he would have done some big things, but I think he did it later in his career.
I'm going to answer Logan's question. Yes, I have them.
Yeah, I saw them today. Actually, they're sitting in stores in my area.
This one right here is the biggest letdown because even in the comic, he had the jacket. He doesn't in the figure, so stupid.
That's kind of weird that you show you have the figure, but in the back you have the comic accurate figure, and it's not what he's wearing in the like. Let me see the other side, the front of it. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Nope. That's everyone's biggest complaint.
Disturbed. I wasn't really a fan of Disturbed, but I did like some of their songs. Godsmack's another good band, or was a good band. I don't know if they still are.
Now they had an album come out last year, and I downloaded it and listened to it one time, and I'm all, eh.
Papa Roach still tours. Actually, I
love Papa Roach.
They're still a band similar to like the Deftones. They have a strong fan base. That's so true. Dude. That's so true. Yeah, Dirce directed
another band.
Huh?
I'd say another band, like I know he passed away. Chester, Linkin Park. I don't think if he never would have passed away, that band forever would be awesome. I mean, they still are awesome.
Yeah, man. I had my phase where I got into Linkin Park, and my God, that was when I was really into drums too. And I remember being able to play a lot of the drums from the first album because it wasn't really like technical. The drummer, he wasn't really like crazy with drums. I love that band, dude. That was such a good band. Here we go.
Tamashi wind effects. Tamashi Nations. Yeah, I know that. I don't know what kind of wind effect that they have.
Rocky Austin also for Ozzy and Cold.
Oh, I like the band. I remember Cold. He had that spider logo.
Yeah, that song, Stupid Girl. Remember that Stupid Girl
song? Yes.
But I love the song. I think it's called No One. I think that was their like first raid. Dude, that guy, didn't he wear like, I always remember him being bald and wearing like a long black, like it almost looked like a dress. But they had some good, he had that song he did for his daughter. I think it's called Far Away or So Far Away or something like that. It's a great song, dude. But I remember watching videos of them live. Singer sucked from what I remember. Yeah.
I thought they were on Family Values at one point for like a few days.
They might have been.
Yeah.
I think they might have been.
Hobby Soprano. I don't live in Sacramento, but what would I don't know a lot of places in Sac besides retail. Just to answer that question real quick.
For Comic-Con at the MTV Awards. Wonder when that was. I've seen them live 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, they're the one band that was on my list that I always wanted to see, and now I'm never going to see them.
This is something I think I've told you before. Their 2 albums are their best albums. Yeah, they've had hits and they've had great songs from albums after that, but those 2 are from beginning to end freaking great albums. Even
their last album they did, the One More Light, that album is actually a really good album from front to back, but it's very I guess commercial. I guess you would call it commercial radio-ish. So
yeah,
I understand why people don't like it, but I can't listen to the album anymore because that was the last album he did. So
yeah, it's hard to listen to Linkin Park now, knowing what happened.
Yeah.
Have either of you heard of T-Pain's cover of War Pigs? No.
Oh.
No. I like T-Pain. I don't know if a lot of you guys do. I like T-Pain. Godsmack's on tour right now.
Yeah.
Remember the band Kitty?
Yeah.
The all-girl, all-female band. I liked a couple of their songs. I used to think they were hot growing up.
So did I. And then
I used to think they were hot. Hey, he said it, guys, not me.
Sam.
T-Pain, Revy. He did. You know what? T-Pain really did change music, and not for the better, because T-Pain did something with auto-tune that was, I think, really unique and worked for him. Lil Wayne ended up doing it, and he did a good job at it. Kanye kind of dabbled with it. And then everybody later on, like a few years later, became like a mixture of T-Pain, Lil Wayne, and drugs. And it's just, I don't like the current state of hip hop. I don't. I really don't. Do not like it.
I like what I like in hip hop. I don't understand what they rap about because it's just mumbling, what they call mumble rap.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. Like, I think like the only new artist I liked, and I only liked the album. I think it was his first album. I could be mistaken. I liked Lil Uzi Vert. I liked his album, but that's it. I don't think there's anything else I've liked since then. That was the last hip hop album I bought. And prior to that, I don't remember what the last, like, actually purchased on CD. So the lead singer,
I could tell you the last. I'm trying to think. 10 albums I've bought or rap.
I think the last one you told me was Cardi B, and
no, I can't stand her.
Lil Yachty, were you saying Lil Yachty's one of them?
Nope.
And the Island Boys.
The Island Boys.
And I think you said you subscribed to their OnlyFans, if I'm not mistaken.
No. Nope. Kid Cudi, Logic, NF. Those are like Dre and Eminem. Those are what and Kendrick Lamar. Those are what I listen to.
I didn't know Kid Cudi had a rock album.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. It's very weird.
Huh.
But he's also weird, so.
I bought the album when he did, I don't remember the name of it, when he did Day and Night.
Oh, yeah. Man on the Moon.
You know, I still kind of am. I was a big Kanye fan.
I mean, who wasn't, though, when he came out?
Well, when I transitioned from rock into hip hop, I first heard the song, and it's my favorite Kanye West song, Through the Wire. And I bought that first album, which is The College Dropout. Is that the name of the first album?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the second one was Late Registration, and the third one was Graduated. I was a fan of Kanye ever since, and listened to beats that he did, listened to collaborations that he did. Those first 3 albums, dude, freaking amazing, man.
And then he fell off.
I don't think he fell off. I think I think the guy like just went through some mental problems when his mom passed away.
Oh yeah.
Because I that 808s Heartbreak, like it took me a couple years to really like that album.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It took me a long time to like that album.
I know a lot of people don't like Kanye. I get it. I get him. Like, I know why people don't like him. I understand why, but his music is freaking good. And his production was really good. So, real question, what music have you banged to? I've never really listened to music during that. A$AP Rocky, I did buy, you know what? I did buy his album. The one that had the song with Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar was another album I bought, his first album.
Yeah, dude. Kendrick's so good though.
I do have some Yeezys as well. I have a few Yeezys. Believe it or not, Kitty dropped a new album. I think I knew that.
Is it good? Because
no, I've never eaten spinach before the gym. I drink a lot of pre-workout, or still do actually. It's probably not good for me, but yeah. Yeah, A$AP Rocky, I love the song he did with Skrillex.
Skrillex, that's so fun.
That song, I forgot the name of it. That's a good song for the gym, man. If you're trying to get pumped, get through that last set or get motivated, that's a good one. Skrillex too. Some of his music. Anyone listen to Fozzy?
No.
I don't know what that is.
No.
Chris Jericho. I don't even know who Chris Jericho is.
He's a wrestler. He's also a singer. Metal band, yeah. What do you know about Skrillex? Did you know that he was in a band before he was Skrillex?
No, I just know that I like some of his songs back in the 2010 era, and that he
Yep.
kind of looked like Corey Feldman.
Yeah, I can see that. He was in a screamo band called From First to Last.
What kind of a band?
Screamo band,
The freak is that?
like a lot of screaming and I don't know, hard riffs.
No, he looks like it.
They're really good. They actually recorded an album about. I'm trying to think. It's like an hour away from where I live, and this studio is like well known. The lady that owns it, her name's Sylvia Massey. She does a lot of like rock albums. So yeah.
I would definitely.
Who doesn't know From First to Last? Like, I'm surprised.
Hey,
yes, I know.
Looking at this guy's list right here for his favorite hip hop albums or hip hop rappers, would you put 50 Cent's "Get Rich or Die Trying" in top 10 or top 20 hip hop albums?
Man, that's hard because there's a lot of good hip hop albums.
Yeah,
I would definitely put in the top 50.
50 Cent. That album that's an album that's from beginning to end is awesome. I that might be in my top 10. I never thought about a top 10 hip hop albums. But I got into hip hop late in the game. I got into hip hop like in the early 2000s. Eminem and Dr. Dre is what actually kind of transitioned me into that. But I would put 50 Cent's Get Rich or Die Trying in there. I would probably put the Marshall Mathers LP in there. Maybe Chronic 2001.
Oh, yeah,
I would definitely put Tupac's All Eyes on Me would definitely be in there. Damn, that's a tough one. I don't know if I could do top 10. That's a hard one.
What about Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style?
I have to listen to it from beginning to end. A lot of music I've just listened to songs from albums. Like I'm not like the biggest hip hop head. So I can't say, like, I've listened to every Tupac album. I had a phase where I was obsessed with Tupac. I had a phase where I was obsessed with Ice Cube. Ice Cube was another one that I was really, really heavily into. Of course, Eminem, 50 Cent, everybody from G Unit. So I don't know. Top 10, that's a tough one.
But also, like, a lot of the rap you listen to was in the era when rock was like dominating, and that's when rap became big. So I could see that too.
Tupac, Ice Cube, Bone Thugs and Harmony is another good band. I do like Snoop Dogg. Busta Rhymes is a good artist. I like some of NWA songs. I can't say I've listened to albums all the way through. The Predator's a good album from Ice Cube.
Good album.
I think America's Most Wanted I think that's the name of the album, is another good one too, if I'm thinking about the right one. But yeah, there's only, like, I love rap music, but I can't say I've listened to like albums complete. Because again, I got into hip hop in the early 2000s, so I was listening to of course I was listening to the classics, but I was also listening to what was popular at the time, which was Nelly, Ja Rule, Fabulous,
Nelly.
Mobb Deep. I actually like Mobb Deep. Who else? Eminem's, 50 Cent's. There was a lot of hip hop coming out at that time, man. I was really big into R&B. R&B is a different one. I love R&B. A Tribe Called Quest. Kanye West was another one that I got into. So, and then
2 Live Crew.
Changed a little bit. Huh?
2 Live Crew. Oh my god, that's too funny.
Dude, Outkast is a good band too. Yeah, Tupac's greatest hits. 2 songs on there I really like: Troublesome 96 and the one that he did that was really popular. What's it called, man?
Dear Mama.
No, not Dear Mama. It was they were for the album only. Ah, come on, somebody has to tell me what this is. Vanilla Ice, Milli Vanilli, Insane Clown Posse. No, what the hell was the name? Changes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, De La Soul.
De La Soul's good. Jurassic 5's good.
Oh, look at this, guys. Oh, dude, Jurassic 5. You know how I got into Jurassic 5? Linkin Park.
Huh.
They were talking, Mike Shinoda was talking about some of his favorite bands or hip hop artists, and he mentioned the Visionaries, Executioner, which is a DJ band, and Jurassic 5. And I love Jurassic 5, man.
Jurassic 5 is so good.
Right here, I'm from the South. So Collected Disconnect, I was in on that whole South movement when it was Chopped and Screwed, when you had Mike Jones, Slim Thug. You also had oh my god, who else was there? Bun B and his UGK was another one that was in there. Bun B, and forgot that other guy's name, the one who passed away. But yeah, that whole Texas movement, Paul Wall.
Oh yeah, Paul Wall.
You remember that? Paul Wall, man.
With the grill? Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, he made grills popular, dude. And then Nelly did that song Grills. Dude, I liked the hip hop phase from the early I mean, I liked songs from the 90s and before, but I didn't get into it until the 2000s, early 2000s. From 2000 till like 2000 and maybe 10 is when I think hip hop was really good. Maybe a little bit before that, but Pimp C, there you go. Thank you. Pimp C. Dude, I love the song UGK did with Outkast. I totally forgot the name. Because you guys know what I'm talking about? UGK and Outkast. I forgot what it was called. Such a good song. I remember Project Pat. R.I.P. Bun B. Bun B died? 3 6 Mafia was another one.
Charlie Tuna from Jurassic 5. Do I have that? I think I have that.
He's the one that had the deep voice, rather it sounded like had like really like unique deep voice. I can't even reenact it. Rage Against the Machine was a good band. Is a good band. I don't know if they're still together.
Nope.
I saw them live. KRS-One. I saw Kwame, I think I'm saying that name correctly, at a convention recently. I did not know that guy is a huge toy collector. You know who Kwame is? I think I'm saying it right. Kwame. The guy is a massive toy collector. Oh, dude, the Ying Yang Twins. Boom, 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 boom. Dude, I like Lil Jon too. Tech Nine's good. Tech Nine's a good artist.
Did you ever heard of Pharaoh Monarch?
Yeah, isn't it Monch or Monch? I think he was at the convention where Kwame was at.
Because he's a huge Marvel Legends collector.
Yeah, I think he was there. Q-Tip. I like some of Q-Tip songs.
Man, this is bringing me back. Listen, you guys naming off all these like rappers. It's funny.
Yeah. There's a lot of good music out there.
Who was into Big Pun? Were you into Big Pun?
No, but I know he had that one song with I forgot how it went, but I was never like a fan of Big Pun. Like Biggie, I like some of Biggie's songs. I love the song Notorious Thugs that he did with Bone Thugs and Harmony. And then going back to Cali, LL Cool J, dude. You can't forget about LL Cool J. Oh, yeah. He has some good songs, man.
Mama Said Knock You Out.
Mama Said Knock My friend, there you go. Designer Con. That's where it was at.
Okay.
And Kwame was there. Yeah. I'm not a player. I just crush a lot. That is a good song. That's a Bun B. Not Bun B. The hell was Pun. What was his name?
Big Punisher.
Pun. Big Pun.
R.I.P. Biz Markie. Yeah.
Boom, boom. I remember that guy. Oh, Missy Elliott, dude. Missy Elliott's another good one. I liked a lot of her music. I love a lot of Method Man stuff. I bought, okay, so some of my first hip hop albums that I bought, I can name them, name the album. I can't name the albums, but I can name the artist. Fabulous. I'm not going to count Eminem, Dr. Dre, but Fabulous, Mobb Deep, a lot of New York rappers actually. Fabulous, Mobb Deep, Method Man and Redman's Blackout album, I think it was called, or Lights Out. Oh my god, dude, I was a big fan of Chingy. You remember Chingy?
Oh my god,
you do that right there.
I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Chingy,
dude.
Heck yeah, I dude, man, I miss the 2000s, dude, the early 2000s. MF Doom, Brad's a big MF Doom fan.
Yeah, he passed away too.
Yeah.
Someone asked earlier. Someone asked earlier about Run the Jewels. They're good too.
Never heard of them. Have you heard of Nardwuar?
Yes.
Okay, so that's, if you guys want to watch good interviews, check out Nardwuar's channel. He interviews hip hop artists. Yep. He's got some really good ones with Logic and Tyler the Creator. Check out Nardwuar. Yeah, like, see, some people know who Nardwuar is. Nardwuar is like, that guy's such an entertaining interviewer. He interviewed Nirvana, and he's the last person to interview Nirvana or Kurt Cobain. Yeah. Wow. He has the tape, and I don't think he'll release it. Yeah, he has, I guess he's sitting on the footage or something, but yeah, Prodigy, RIP Prodigy from Mobb Deep. You know, I started liking Tyler because of Nardwuar's interviews, and I've never listened to a Tyler the Creator song.
What?
But I like the guy's personality.
That's all my kids listen to are him.
Is this music good?
I can't get into him.
No.
I mean, no, it's this generation's like rap is not what I'm used to, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, I don't like a lot of the new stuff. It's bad. I know some people say it's good. It's not good. Bad.
What's like?
But then again, we could be getting old.
That's true. Like Chance the Rapper, everyone like loves him, and there's like some songs that I like of him, but I'm just like, he's okay.
Corey Taylor is a massive collector.
Yes, he is.
I want to see good if UFO footage. Man, I think I mentioned this before. There in like sometime in the maybe 2013, 2014, there was nights where I dug deep into the UFO hole on YouTube. And some of those videos you will not find anymore. I cannot find them anymore. I spent hours almost every night watching UFO videos, and I have so much knowledge in here, and I don't even know if it's true or not. But I found so many videos that I just can't find anymore. So Firestarter
rabbit hole is infinite.
Oh shoot, it's 12. I'm gonna end this live stream, dude. We were on for a long time, man. That was fun. That was a lot of fun.
That long.
Thank you guys for joining in. That was a lot of fun, man. All right,
you guys are awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna call it a night. Give T3 a follow, guys, if you haven't. He's gonna be interviewing Major Pants, so stay tuned for that. It was nice talking to you guys.
Oh my god!
I think we should do this at least once a month, dude. Just chit chatting.
Yeah, I'm always down. I don't have nothing to do.
All right. Well, thank you, Carlos. I'm gonna end it now and just go to bed, man. I'm tired. Thank you, guys. Yep. Thank you, everybody.
Zack Snyder's out.
Zack Snyder's out. Stay tuned for his Rebel Moon X-rated version.
All right. Has he's in it, just Good night, guys.
All right, see you guys.